Hello. In this video, we're going to go through this word problem here. So, Megan has $10,000 to invest. She invests part in a GIC that earned 5% interest and the remainder in a Canadian savings bond that earned 3.5% interest. If Megan earned $413 in interest, how much did she invest at each rate? Okay, so the idea is that Megan took this $10,000 and she broke it up into two parts. And let's call one part A and we'll call the other part B. Part A, she invested at 5%. Part B, she invested at 3.5%. So the idea is that she's taken this $10,000, broken up into two chunks, and invested them separately. So our first equation here is that, well, A plus B equals 10,000. Right? Because if we add the two components together, we get 10,000. Now, if Megan earned $413 in interest, well, we can find the interest earned on A, find the interest earned on B, add them together, and we get 413. So to find the interest on A, we say 0.05A, that's 5% of A, plus 0.035B, that's 3.5% of B. And if we add those together, we're going to get $413. Now, if I look at this, I have some numbers I don't like here. Let's call this equation 1 and equation 2. I also like the fact that A and B are isolated for here, so I can use substitution pretty easily. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take equation 2 and I'm going to multiply it by 1, 2, 3. I'm going to multiply it by 1,000. And the reason I'm going to do this is that's going to get rid of those decimals. I don't have to do this, but I typically don't use a calculator. And one thing when you don't have a calculator is decimals can be tricky to use. So if we multiply this by 1,000, we're going to take the decimal here, move it 1, 2, 3. So we're going to get 50A plus, and we take the decimal here, 1, 2, 3, 35B is equal to, well, if we multiply 413 by 1,000, we get 413,123. There we go. So now I've gotten rid of those decimals, and we're going to call this equation 3. So now I'm going to take equation 1, I'm going to rearrange it, and I'm going to get A is equal to 10,000 minus B, and let's call this 4. So I'm going to sub 4 into 3. So if I sub 4 into 3, I'm going to get 50 times minus B plus 35B equals 413,000. So now we're going to distribute this 50 across the brackets. So we're going to get, I think that should be 500,000 minus 50 B plus 35B equals $413,000. Okay, so now let's subtract 50,000 from both 500,000, sorry, from both sides, and we're going to simplify these. So 35, 45, 50. So this is going to be minus 15B is equal to, and then we have 413,000 minus 500,000. So 413,000 minus 500,000 is going to give me, should be negative 87,000. Okay, and I feel good about that because they're both negatives, meaning that my B value will be positive, which makes sense. And so we get 5,800. So that's how much money she's invested at 3.5%. So therefore, if B is equal to 5,800, A is going to be 10,000 minus 5,800, which is going to give me, I believe, 4,200. So therefore, who's investing? Megan invested $5,800 at 3.5% and 4,200 at 5%. And I could do a check here, and my check could be, so let's do a check, 0.05 times 4,200 plus 0.035 times 5,800, and that should give me 413, I believe, 413. So I'm going to actually get my calculator out now. And look at that, 413 equals 413, and everything is right in the world. I hope that video helped.